What's up, guys? Bob Buskirk here again at ThinkComputers, and a little while ago we took a look at the Quickfire Pro gaming keyboard from CM Storm, and today we're back with their Trigger mechanical gaming keyboard, and this keyboard is awesome. It's kind of a step up from the Quickfire Pro. It still has a lot of the same features and the mechanical switches, so let's take a look. If we take a look at the box here, you can see there is a basic overview of the keyboard. So if you're at the store, you can actually see what it looks like. And this is even open right here too, so you can get a good look at the keys. It highlights some of the features: highest grade, gold-plated cherry switches, 64 kilobytes macro and keyboard profile memory, 5 fully programmable macro keys, and does feature the cherry MX brown switches. You can get this in the other switches, but I think it's by region. I'm pretty sure that's what CM Storm said. It's by region depending on where you can get the different switches. Taking a look at the back here, there is just a basic overview of features here in quite a few different languages, and an overview of some of the main features, like again the 5 fully programmable macro keys, dual USB hub with 5 voltage DC jack, and 64 kilobyte macro and keyboard profile memory. So let's just get to the good part, which of course is opening this up. It should be pretty easy here. Open this up, and you can see the keyboard is nicely laid in there. Very, very nice. Kind of feels like you're getting a high-end product. This is the most expensive CM Storm keyboard to date right now. So this does feel like a high-end product. It looks awesome. I mean, just looking at this thing, it's just great. So take this out here. We'll get to the keyboard in just a second. And let's see what we have here. We have our Trigger Quick Start Guide, which should have all your information about programming it and how to get everything set up. We have our USB cable, and yeah, see, these use gold plates here. So these are both gold plated, both connections, so the connections into the keyboard and the connection into your actual PC. And this is very heavy and nicely braided right there. Looks like it tells you where you can get the applications and drivers that you can use for the keyboard. And this is a little notice here about the LEDs, which we'll get to when we're actually reviewing the product. Now let's move that out of the way, and let's really take a look at this keyboard. Let's get it out of here. And looks like we also get a wrist rest right here. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. So we do have a nice big wrist rest, so you can see right there, and it has this nice coating on it, this rubber coating. It makes it feel kind of soft. I do think though, because of this rubber coating, you're going to get fingerprints on this, but we'll have to see in our testing as always. But let's take a look at, of course, what everybody wants to see is this awesome keyboard. I'm actually going to set it down right now. It's pretty heavy too. The Quickfire Pro was actually pretty heavy, and this is as well pretty heavy. As you can see here, we have black keys with the gray around it, and again, all of this has this nice rubber coating. It just feels nice. It feels soft. I really like the feel of it. The keys, of course, with the Cherry MX Brown switches, they're going to feel really nice, really responsive. I do like that a lot. So starting over here, you have 5 macro keys. Very easy to see and use. Of course, with gaming, you're going to want macros, so you have your 5 different profile keys right here, which you can easily set to do whatever you want. Basically, it is a full keyboard, so you do have your full number pad and everything like that. And then you do have function keys up top, so you can hit the Alt button, I believe, down here, and you can use these, brighten less, brighten more, things like that, play, pause, everything. Basically like multimedia keys. Now, if we take a look at this side of the keyboard, it is a pretty thick keyboard as well. Hopefully you guys can see that. Here is where all of your connections will be. So you do have, you can plug in a 5-volt DC to power these USBs, or they can just use power, of course, from the normal USB. And this is a USB hub, so you can plug in your mouse and maybe your headset all into your keyboard, very easy. Or you can even plug in, say, like a USB light or something like that. Very cool. On the back here, you have 6 6 pretty large feet right here. And of course, you do have little risers right here that are going to lift this off the ground just a little bit. So it is a very nice keyboard, and it just feels really nice. Of course, this does get fully illuminated, which we're actually going to show you right now. So now I have the keyboard sitting at my desk, and I'm going to show you the different light modes. There's 3 different light modes, 4 if you count completely off, which we do have right now. You can also see the num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock are all lit up red. And the LEDs on this keyboard are red. You can't change them to anything else. So to turn on the LEDs, you hit your little function key down here, and then there's just these lights on button right here. So we hit that. And that, of course, turns on our LEDs. Now, they are pretty bright already. You can let them go up even more. So I'm going to show you that. So you hit the function key again, and then you hit your light plus, I guess. And it's kind of weird as they get brighter. This is as bright as they get. It's kind of hard to tell, really, how bright they're getting, and especially when you put them back down. So I'm going to put them back down here. And that's as low as they go. So it's not a real big difference. It's very minimal, but they do get pretty bright, and you can turn them, like I said, up and down. Very, very cool. The next light setting is another really cool one. So we hit this function key again, and then we hit the light mode button. So we hit that, and now we're going into pulsating mode. This is where the LEDs are going to get as bright as they can, and then go back down as low as they can, and keep on doing that in succession. It's really cool, especially if you're at a LAN party or something like that. People walk by, your station right there, and they can kind of see this just pulsating right there. It's very, very cool. It would be awesome for demos and things like that. Hopefully you can see it in the video. I really hope you guys can. Finally, the third setting. So we hit our mode and the light mode button again, and we have our gaming mode. So our arrow keys, W, A, S, and D, and our macro keys are only lit up, but of course the logo is still lit up. This is for gaming, so you don't want to hit another key or something like that. It's just cool. Cool little mode they have for gaming. And of course you hit the light off button again, and you can turn them back off, and you can turn it back on, and again cycle through the different modes as you like them. It's very cool. But this basically concludes our unboxing and overview video of the CM Storm Trigger mechanical keyboard. Check back very soon on thinkcomputers.org for the full written review. And remember, if you like our videos, why don't you subscribe? Catch you guys later.